first job I had, other than working in the potato field, I think I was 12 or so. My mom, if you were not in school, you were working. You were either in school or you had a job. So I had a job at the onlooker folding papers on Wednesday afternoon. We had a piece of cut off toothbrush. We folded the paper. They didn't have a machine to fold them then. We folded the papers and stacked them. And Sidney was the editor ran the onlooker then. So.
About that.
And was it up on 59? Was that
just where it is, that building? Yeah.
Just as far as town, the places to go, or where do folks go after school or after a game or out to eat or whatnot?
Stacy's.
And did they have the soda fountain there, the ice cream?
Soda fountain, and Crosby's. Before Wright's, it was Crosby's. And they had a soda fountain. I guess Stacy was maybe more in than Crosby's, I guess. And they had the We Bite Cafe, which I guess is a Foley coffee shop now. Around that place, We Bite Cafe, and I can remember. You remember things. Saturday morning after that Atmore game when we upset them here, going into Stacy's drugstore, and we were on top of the world, and Jimmy Stacy saying, "I'm buying you a milkshake." That's a big deal.
What, and the bakery was?
The bakery was there.
Yes, ma'am.
Getting ice cream in there, but
Is that what
the
you?
coffee cup was south of town, in the area of the Walmart, probably a little south of that, on that side of
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
coffee. And I
59
think they had good hamburgers.
That's what they have. Well, that's their saying they
good
have good.
hamburgers.
Was that around the? Would that have been the windmill at a later point in time, or was it off down
Further
where
down, yeah.
Ratcliffe's?
Closer.
Closer.
At one time it might have become Castrup's, but I'm not
Castrup's, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, I think
sure. I'm
so.
not positive.
Y'all used to stop and eat most of the time coming back from games?
I can remember eating sometimes before games. I remember, crazy how you remember things. When we went to what was now Silas, South Choctaw, we played Silas, and they had a restaurant on the, whatever that highway is, there in Silas, where we had a pregame meal, and a little bit, and there was one of their players was in there. I used to remember his name, but he came in there. We were just talking, and said we started. We introduced ourselves. He introduced him. We became friends, sort of. And this is like 4 o'clock before the game, and so we started pumping him for information. Said, "What do y'all like to do?" And he said, "Well, we like to run this, that, and the other." We got all we could get out of him. I remember that. He was kind of proud of what they were doing and how much he knew about it.
Well, y'all beat them 41 to nothing.
He gave you some good information.
He gave us some good information.
How about Tommy Robinson?
To say he was just here. He came out senior year. They had a town, or I don't know if it was town or county football team, in Robertsdale. It's kind of pick up these guys that maybe played at high school or college or something, and the older guy. And Tommy Robinson played for them. And I don't know who they played, other town teams or something. And after the season, my senior year, the Robertsdale town team had a game with the Biloxi Galloping Gales in Biloxi. And the Biloxi Galloping Gales were more upscale than the Robertsdale team. I mean, they had some, good players. So Tommy Robinson, Mr. Robinson, got me and a couple of other guys to go with that team to play Biloxi. And we went over there, and I think we took some of our football gear from here, and we went over and played. And I played in that game. We played Biloxi, and they beat the hell out of us. Of course, I had never practiced with them. We just went over for the game, played in the game, because they needed people. And when we got back, Coach Meredith heard about that, and he was not happy with me. And I've forgotten who else went over there. Main reason he was concerned about whether that would affect our eligibility for basketball. It didn't, but.
And this was a football game that y'all played in?
We played football.
After your football season.
After our football season, because Coach Robinson played on that team, and he knew they needed some players, and they had a game with Biloxi. In Biloxi.
How about Hugh Cole? What kind of athlete was he?
He was a good athlete in 3 sports. Hugh played tackle. I've forgotten which tackle, but we were in the same class. And Hugh played football in 40, our junior year, 40, and basketball and baseball, and he pitched baseball.
A really good baseball player, wasn't he?
Good baseball player, and he hoped to get a contract, and so he didn't play football his senior year because they were concerned about his arm and getting hurt. I think some scout told him, "You play basketball, but don't play football." He didn't play with us our senior year, but he was a good baseball pitcher and good in basketball, and was good in football. But they say he didn't play our senior year.
Harold Avenger was a pretty good football player?
Yeah, and basketball too.
Basketball.
Yeah. And Harold was just a good guy, good athlete. He later played at East Mississippi and Livingston, and was a high school coach and principal or something.
Where did he coach at?
Oh gosh, up around Montgomery. I don't remember where all he coached, but he had his dad was a Methodist minister here for a while, and he had his older brother was Butch Avenger, played at Alabama. When we were playing, he was a quarterback at Alabama. Back then, I think the quarterback was a blocking back, but. And then he had another brother that played at Troy, was a tackle. And then another brother was played here also, Walton.
Huh. Yeah. Well, the one that played at Alabama, where did he play high school ball here, or where?
No, he played in Sidney Lanier.
Sidney Lanier.
See, as a Methodist minister, they moved around.
Okay.
So, but he was here for several years.
Okay.
And they were, the story was that Reverend Avenger was a minister in Rabina, Alabama, north of Montgomery, and Butch was he's going to be a very good football player. He played at Rabina, and like the next year, he's moved to Sidney Lanier. Just happened to transfer and sit in the mirror.
They're recruiting even in the 40s.
We talked to Tom Underwood, and he was saying that about his brother Roy. That I guess Roy went to school at Summerdale, but Coach Adams got him to come to school in Foley, in 29 and 30, and Roy played for Foley in 29 and 30. But
I didn't realize until I don't know, several years ago, I was talking to Marlon Engel, who was a lawyer in Mobile. He died several years ago, but I don't know how it came up. We were in court or something talking, and I said, well, it's Foley graduates, we had to do this or that. And he said, I didn't graduate from Foley, I graduated from Summerdale. I didn't realize Summerdale had a high school, because,
his aunt was in the last graduating class with him.
Was it 43
Class
or
of
something?
41 or
41?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sure.
She was in the last.
This has been great, Mr. Holmes. We have enjoyed
well,
this.
I've really enjoyed it.